Yo, what the fuck is up, everybody? In today's video, I'm coming at you with another fishing, smoking video. I don't have anything planned to talk about in this one. Just gonna be getting fried with you guys, hopefully catching some fish. It's absolutely beautiful out right now. You can see the moon up over there. Fucking awesome. All right, guys, I got myself a nice little bowl loaded up of some of this forbidden fruit cake. This is some really fire weed I've been saving for a good while, and it's just because the effects that I get off of it are perfection. Every single time that I smoke this stuff, it just hits me so well. I've definitely smoked it in a few videos already, but I just love smoking on this stuff. Cheers, everybody. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about stop doubting yourself. This is something that's so much more important than I feel like a lot of people make it out to be. When a lot of people hear about stop doubting yourself, they think about the now, the goals that they have here and there for the future and their daily tasks. But when I think of stop doubting yourself, I'm thinking of if you could do anything with your life, what would it be? You know, I'm a really big believer in you can do anything you want as long as you put the time, effort, and dedication towards that goal. And, you know, when I hear stop doubting yourself, I'm thinking about, you know, I can do anything I want with my life. I just need to actually put the effort towards it. Now, if your big dream is to have $100 million, I genuinely think that it's possible, but you're going to have to make it your all. It's going to have to be the type of thing where all day, every day, you're thinking about it. You're trying to work towards it. Any little bit of free time that you have after work, you're spending all of your free time trying to figure out, how can I reach this big goal, you know? Some goals are a lot crazier than others, but genuinely just believing that you can do anything that you want with your life is such a powerful thing and such a big motivator that if you really want to do something crazy, like move to another country, buy a nice ass house there, you know, like live your dream life, just knowing that you're actually able to do it is going to motivate you so much to work towards that goal that it could literally be the thing that makes or breaks whether you get to that goal. Just believing that you can do it, because without believing, the chances of you even working towards trying to get towards, or man, I can't speak right now. The chances of you even working towards that goal are slim to none. Like, you're more than likely not even going to put any serious effort into it if you don't believe that you can. But as somebody who is at a younger age, I guess you could say, I'm 21 years old. And I make these types of videos because I feel like a lot of people watching my content are within my age range, or at least the type of people that I could relate to. You know, the type of people I could sit down, have a smoke sesh with, and it would be a chill time, right? I'm going to take another rip off this thing. So that's why I make these types of videos. I don't want to sit here and act like I'm smarter or I know more than anybody watching this video either. But this is just stuff that has genuinely helped me, throughout the past couple years. But, you know, as somebody who is younger, I think it's really important to take risks. Like, knowing that in 5 years, your life could be entirely different than how it is right now. It really can. And a lot of people just don't believe that. Taking these risks and pushing yourself as much as you can at a young age, I feel like is so important, because in my opinion, you only get one life and you want to try to spend it as wisely as you can. So working as hard as you can at a young age to be able to, say, retire as early as possible, I think is the smartest decision a person can possibly make. I mean, for me personally, I want to enjoy my life as much as possible. I want to retire as early as possible. I want to have as much time to do whatever the fuck I want that I want to do with my life and have no worries, no stress whatsoever. Know that I can literally do whatever I want at that very moment for, you know, the rest of my life. Like, literally, I can just wake up and be like, I can do anything I please, which is a thing that most people can't say. But I think it's just really important as well to just keep dreaming, keep developing on the idea of whatever it is that you want to do with your life and make it exactly what you want it to be, and keep working towards that goal. Of course, if there's anything that you can take from this video, it really is that if you're not putting any effort into it, if you're just manifesting like a lot of people say, you're not going to get anywhere if you're not putting any real effort into it. I know everybody knows that, but it's a thing that's a lot easier said than done. Like, so many people, I'm sure you've met many people in your life, and I've met so many people like this. Like anybody that I've heard talk about some like big goal in their life, I've never seen them accomplish it. And it's always because they're talking about it, but they don't put any real serious effort towards it. And that's the one thing that I've realized and I've really tried to stray from, is like, if I'm gonna, really dream about something, if I really want something, I need to fucking go for it. Like, you can't just waste time. It's crazy how much 1 year can make in the difference of what you know about whatever it is that you're trying to work towards, how closer you are towards it, and even how different your life can be if you're really just putting in effort every single day. But yeah, I'm gonna go and take another rip off my bowl. I'm hoping to catch some fish. I'm once again fishing for catfish. I'm not catching anything at this spot, so I decided I'm going to go ahead and go to another spot that's right next to this one. But I'm going to have to pack up all my stuff. I already have some firewood gathered down here, so my plan is to come back to this spot before it gets dark outside. But I just want to try fishing over there for probably about the next hour or so. I tried to make my way to the spot, and on the way there, I was walking through the woods and ended up breaking one of my poles, which absolutely sucks, but I do have a replacement rod for it that should work great. I decided to just come back to this spot because once I got to the spot, I realized that the sun is beating directly down right on that fishing spot. So there's definitely not going to be any catfish biting there since it's a super hot area. At least there's some shade over here. So if I am going to get any bites today, it's more than likely going to be at this spot right here. But I'm going to go ahead and cook myself some cheeseburgers on the campfire over here. All right, guys, I got myself some hamburger patties, all nice and seasoned up. Got this from my local market. I've definitely mentioned this place a time or two in previous videos, but I fucking love it. They do all of the stuff the same way they did back in the 1940s when they first opened, which is super dope. We don't have a whole lot of places like that here. But I got myself a nice little campfire going. I cannot begin to describe how dope it is to be out here. Like, this is stuff 13, 14-year-old me could only dream of doing. Being able to have something to do, come out here and get fried, especially being able to share it with a YouTube channel. Like, it's so fucking dope. I really, dreamed about creating a YouTube channel at some point in the future, and I was really unsure as if I would ever actually do it. I'm so fucking baked right now. But yeah, I can barely talk. I'm hungry as hell, so I'm gonna go ahead and fucking cook these things, and I'll get back to you guys with smoking another bowl. All right, guys, I got myself a nice fat bowl of some of this forbidden fruit cake loaded up. Got the fire going real nice. You can see the moon in the background too. Super dope. Yeah, guys, even got the fucking radio tower over there. I fucking love coming out here. Like, I gotta say, these are the moments I live for. I gotta come out fishing at least once a week, and when wintertime hits, it absolutely fucking sucks, because fishing is like all I'm thinking about. But I'm gonna take a nice fat rip off my bowl. Another thing I wanted to mention with what I was talking about earlier is not waiting for opportunity to come to you, but creating it. One thing that really annoys me, like, this is one of the things I've dealt with time and time again, is people who take their job way too serious. When you're doing it for yourself, when you're doing it just to try not to lose your job, that's fully understandable. But when it affects other people, when you're going out of your way to tell other people, like, don't do this, don't do that, or you're like willing to snitch on people for the stupidest, littlest bullshit, like, when you're doing it to where it affects other people, it's absolutely crazy to me, because a majority of these jobs, if you get fired, they're going to replace you the next day. Like, it just doesn't, it's not the type of thing where you should be so loyal to a company to where you are just trying to climb up the ranks, the rungs of the ladder to try to get higher up, unless the company is genuinely paying you a very well amount. You should always be looking for that next opportunity in life. So many people get comfortable in the position that they're in, even if they're making a super low paying amount of money, like, minimum wage or just above that. There's a lot of people out there, I'm sure you know people like this yourself, I do as well, that work these super low paying jobs for decades, think that that's all that they're worth, that's all that they can do with their life. But the truth is that that isn't how it is. You know, like, you can do so much more, and it's just about creating opportunity, like finding any little way to be able to progress further in life. And it's definitely a struggle. It's really hard. Some people don't want to put the effort in, and that's understandable as well. I mean, whatever makes you happy in life, truthfully. Like, if you're happy just living a simple, normal ass life, which in this day and age, really, you still need money to be able to do. Like, if you want to get a house, you want to own your own house, you just want to be able to do whatever, you still need a fuck ton of money to be able to do that, obviously. But, if you just want to get to that point, you don't want to go crazy hard and try to, like, accomplish some insane dream, that's totally understandable. And that's how I really pictured my life for years and years. But I don't know, like, I figure I might as well put in as much effort as I possibly can and try and see what the outcome will be in the future. But, yeah, I'm going to go and take a nice fat rip off my bowl. I'm just talking about random ass shit, high as hell. There's been a lot more people on the lake today than usual, but it hasn't been much of an issue. When I lived in the city and there was other people out while I was fishing, a lot of time it was just shitty as fuck. There'd be people throwing rocks in the water. But yeah, this stuff is some absolute gas, I have to say. This is some really, really good weed. I'm going to go ahead and get my flashlight on. Yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take another nice fat rip off my bowl. Nothing crazy in this video, just getting fried with you guys talking about random stuff. But cheers, everybody. I swear, there's nothing like smoking out on the lake. It's just so enjoyable, so peaceful. Yeah, got the fire going real nice. Had myself a nice little meal out here. I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. But yeah, I don't really have much to talk about, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish up this bowl. Cheers, everybody. You could hear like so many noises coming from all kinds of different directions out here. Like, there's some pretty, like, not highways, not big roads, but they're roads where people, the speed limit's like 60, 70 miles per hour because it's out in the middle of nowhere. And you can hear like semi trucks going by and stuff like that from certain directions. You can hear helicopters and planes and stuff on the other side of the lake. Yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful out here. Cheers, everybody. I can't wait for the day where I can smoke nothing but fire ass weed. It's really the type of thing where, for me, it's just a treat. I get it every now and then, I'll go to the dispensary and get some strain that I've been really wanting to smoke for a long time. But for the most part, I'm smoking on stuff from the plug, and it gets me fried as fuck. But this is some stuff from the dispensary, and I just enjoy smoking fire weed. Who doesn't? It's fucking awesome. My dream is to travel the world, and I really want to go to a lot of different cannabis hotspots and try weed from all kinds of different countries. I think that would be so fucking dope. I've never been the type of person where I'm like a cannabis snob where I want to smoke the most fire. That's never mattered to me. But I want to go to like all kinds of different places, like even Jamaica. Jamaica really doesn't have crazy fire weed for the most part. Like, a lot of the weed that you'll see is pretty just mid, honestly, because a majority of it is outdoor grown. There's not a whole lot of effort put into it, like people do here, where they try to make every little aspect absolutely perfect. It's really just people growing mass amounts, which is definitely hard to be able to control and grow every single plant absolutely perfect. But cheers, everybody. But I definitely have seen some fire online from out there, without a doubt, and I believe there's probably a lot more dispensaries at this point. Like, everything that I can find online is videos from fucking years ago. And like, even the dispensary videos are from like 4 or 5 years ago. So I would suspect at this point there's probably a lot more dispensaries in Jamaica, but that's like the number one place that I want to travel to. I've always dreamed of going to Jamaica. It sounds fucking awesome. Like, I want to go and spend like 2 or 3 months out there. I think that would be fucking awesome. But cheers. It's nighttime at this point, so I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here. Hope all you guys enjoyed the video. Hope everybody's high as fuck as always. Peace.